Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Basically, that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. How you guys doing? How you feeling? What's good with you? Happy hump day. What's up, Powerful? Powerful, did you get my message earlier? You get my message earlier? Wacky Wednesday. Okay, Wacky Wednesday. Hey, Chuck. Hey, Chuck. All right, let me do my roll call. Let's get through the people, honey. Let me say hi to the people. Y'all are coming in. Okay, you did? Okay, good. You'll listen. That has been the buzz of the streets today. I'm gonna go ahead and announce it. Remind me, Powerful, please. Let me go through this roll call. Remind me doing the church announcements to announce it if I haven't, if I forget during the church announcements. Remind me, please, my love. Okay. And I don't have the link. Oh shoot, I was supposed to put the link on my community wall. Damn it. All right. Let me say hi to the people, you guys coming in. Let me say hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the world you are in, honey. Whatever part of the world you are in. Let me see if I have a mod. I'll just get the mod to put the link to the video. Lil Baby, can you pull James's video from today? He did a live earlier today. Lil Baby or Janae. I don't mean to keep calling your government name. Or Nay, if y'all can go to James Caldwell, Spill It Boy TV, or Treasure Lane, if y'all can pull it and put that link in the video, put the link in the chat for me, please. Thank you, my loves. All right, Felicia, what up, Nay? Tell Benji I said hey. Is he being a good boy? Is Benji being a good boy? What's up, Tracy? Hey, C Golden. Hey, Shan. Lil Baby, Yana, Tracy, Wilson. I'm supposed to check an update. Thank you for thinking about me. Oh, I love how y'all become accountability partners and friends in the chat. Y'all be checking on each other and stuff. I love it. My boo Chuck is here. Hey, Quake. What's up, grown woman? Don't try me. What's up, Nikki? Ray all day. Crazy homebody girl. What's going on? Is that, hold on, tacos and tequila, honey. You supposed to be here yesterday for Taco Tuesday, my love. Hey, Brandon. Hey, boo. Lovely Nola. Hey. What's up, Terry? Hey, Powerful. Miss Baything. Brown Mama. Hey, girl. Nubian. What's going on? Marnie. Hey. What's up, Katrina? Hey, Really Being Tribe. Hit the like. Yes, hit that like button as you guys come in. Yes. Hey, Sharice. Kenya. What's going on? Hey, CJ. Excuse me, C. Jones. What's up, Karay? Hey, Crystal, Majani. Hey. There it is. Thank you, Lil Baby. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Cheryl, what's going on? Cheryl, me and you need to talk. I'm going to be getting a late flight for the cruise, but I'm not sure what time you flying down. But if you haven't already bought your ticket, let's talk and see if we might be able to coordinate ourselves and fly down together. I'm going to be leaving late, though, because I'm probably not going to take a full day off of work that Thursday. I'm probably take a half a day. Hell, I'm going to try to see if I can slide out without taking any time off, to be honest with you. But we'll talk. Hey, Ronnie. But I already said, hey, Majani. What's going on? Diva84. Yes. What's up, Lauren? What's up, y'all? Just getting done watching Coach Prom's press conference. So happy he's recovering well. I had a good crowd watching that. Now I got to laugh with you guys. Okay, girl. Hey, Yana. Been doing too much. Yana, go sit down somewhere. Now, go sit down somewhere. Montrez. Hey, Below. I think that's it. I think I'm at the bottom of the list. Okay. If I didn't get to you, or if I skipped over your name, charge it to my head and not my heart. Charge it to my head and not my heart. How's everybody doing? So the church announcements. Remember, this is the last week to be able to get the VIP ticket for the Books and Bourbon. I was gonna say cruise, Lord. The Books and Bourbon trip. Again, if you need a little more time, if you got something going on, hit me up. Hit me up through IG, or send me an email and let me know. The reason why I'm having the cutoff is because I just want to be able to get the list of T-shirts so we can get the T-shirts in enough time. Okay. So if there's a problem, let me know. Hit me up on the back end and we can, we work it out. Okay. But Friday is the last day. Like I said, unless you talk to me. Okay. The kids don't have to go back to school until September after Labor Day. Child. We used to go back after Labor Day. We used to go back after Labor Day, child. I wish. I do have my back to school wish list pinned at the top of the chat. Again, you don't have to give me anything, but if you want to, you desire to donate to my classroom this year, by all means, please join us. Join us. Listen, I'm reading Chuck about Books and Bourbon. By all means, the list is there. Again, anything that I don't use will be donated to another teacher in the building, or anything, if I get more than what I need, I will definitely pass those blessings on. But again, you don't have to. I know a lot of you all have your own kids back to school lists and things like that to worry about, or you just got other things going on. But it is there. They say, ask not, ask not. What they say? Hi, go Cruiser. Hi, go. I know Cruiser know. Basically, if you don't ask, you'll never get. Y'all know what I'm saying. Your grandson goes back to school on August the 11th. My Lord. Lord have mercy. But also, look at what time they got out. Remember, I was still at work. Y'all was like, you still got school ain't let out yet? No, school ain't let out yet. There you go, Symmetry. Closed mouths don't get fed. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. Have not, ask not. Is that what I was looking for? Thank you, Shan. Yeah, Maryland. And when I first started teaching, we used to go back after Labor Day. But anyway, this is there it is. Okay, ask not, want not. I think, ask not, want not. That must be what I was looking for. But either way, again, and nobody is obligated to do anything. Y'all know how I do down here. I throw it out there. If I bring something back, that's great. If not, it's all good. I'll start looking at tickets next month, finishing up my Dallas takeover trip, and sending my son off to college. Listen, I'm not even looking at flights right now. So again, don't wait on me. If you see a good deal, jump on it. But I'm probably not going to be looking at flights until probably not till after Books and Bourbon. Hey, what's up, cuz? Thank you. Probably not until after Books and Bourbon. So yeah, I'm not even looking at cruises right now. So like I said, don't wait on me. All right. They had kinder signing day, like college signing day was cute. Oh, that's a cute idea. Your grandson is in Stanford, Virginia. Child. God bless those who have school-age children with how expensive everything is. Listen. I read somewhere today, they said that the average price for, they said now the average price for a pound of like a thing of ground beef is higher than minimum wage. So literally you have to work a whole hour. If you work minimum wage, the average price, throughout the country, if you work minimum wage, you have to work an hour to be able to afford one pack of ground beef. One pack of ground beef. My son's list is pretty simple. I don't close shop until Indigenous People Day. Hey, Ray Bishop, what's up, boo? My nephew, his class list isn't crazy either. It's actually pretty reasonable. His is pretty reasonable as well. And I know that there are some lists that are crazy. I've seen some that I was like, this is ridiculous. Come on now. But the average, most teachers are not asking for anything ridiculous. A pound of ground beef is $7. Where my God, $7. Damn. Well, unfortunately, it's gonna get worse As grandma, I give $100 for supplies and buy 3 uniforms. I know that's right. My mom, I think my mom usually does the uniforms too. I've done uniforms in the past, but between me and my mom, we usually take care of the uniforms. And between me, my mom, and my sister, he be all right the first day of school. He'll have all of his supplies. He'll have his, he'll have brand new uniforms. So yeah, I just bought him a brand new pair of sneakers right before we went to Disney, and he wore them in the airport. They are a little too big. They're a little too big, but he wanted to wear his Crocs. So he was like, "They hurt my feet. They hurt my feet." Now I bet you miraculously they're not gonna hurt his feet when school starts. But he wanted to wear his Crocs when we were in Disney, because he has these Spider-Man Crocs, child, and he wanted to wear his Crocs. So it was funny. He wore his sneakers the first day, and the second day he wore his Spider-Man outfit with his Spider-Man Crocs. And miraculously, his feet hurt in all of his shoes, so that he had to wear his Crocs the whole time we were there, child. So anyway, my husband been dragging me to Costa Rica like a fiend, child. A pound of 820 ground beef was $8.79 last week. I got turkey. Damn. We have to buy sport. Oh, I don't even want to talk about them sports supplies. That take it to a whole nother level, child. Sports and band. There is a friend of mine. She started ordering from a local farm here years ago. And it's almost like a co-op now. She would send out an email to the whole friend group and say, "Hey, these are the prices. I'm putting in an order. Does anybody want anything?" Because, of course, the more you order, the cheaper it was. And she would go down and pick it up. It's like a local farm here in the area. And I even saw on TikTok where there's a Black-owned farm in our area that delivers. I think it's on the other side of Baltimore. It delivers. And I saw on TikTok where they were just expanding into DC, and I think I bookmarked that video because I said I might have to look into that. Farm Fresh, I think they had like eggs, and of course they had meat and stuff like that. I really didn't, and they'll deliver. I really didn't get into all of the different prices, but I did bookmark it because I was like, sheesh. But I don't eat enough for it to be worth for me to order enough. But if like my family, went in on an order, it might be cheaper. Child. My ex has a chicken farm, so I get it. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Oh, you talking to Quay. It was Rouse, a Kroger store here in Los Angeles. Well, I didn't know you lived on the West Coast. I don't know why I didn't know that. I didn't know you were on the West Coast. I buy my meat directly from a farm that's right outside of the city. Yeah. I saw, and it's a Black-owned one. And there's also, they just opened up a Black-owned farmers market in DC near where my parents live. I said I was going to check that out one Saturday, is to go up there and check that out. Yeah. I love farmers markets. Some areas have large ones the size of a grocery store. Me and my niece, when I was in Detroit, we went to the Easter market. There's an Easter market here in DC, and they have an Easter market. It's called Easter Market up in Detroit, and it was nice. It was really nice. We got there a little late. I feel like if we had gotten there earlier, there was probably a lot more options and stuff. And of course, I wasn't buying a bunch of produce and stuff like that, but they had a little bit of everything. It was actually really nice. I have a little home garden plant that I use. I wish I had room to raise chickens. East Market. Yeah, it's called East. Okay, so it's called East Market in Detroit. Okay, in DC it's called Eastern Market. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I mean, we walked around. We had matter of fact, I got a few things that I bought home. Not produce, but I picked up a few little odds and ends. My niece got some produce. She got some flowers. So yeah, it was nice. Anyway, last but not least, the link that's up here is for James Caldwell. I don't know if you guys, most of y'all I'm sure are familiar with James Caldwell, aka Spilly Boy, aka Trace Your Lane. He has announced that he is doing a cruise in May of 2026. So if anybody is interested in doing a Virgin cruise, it's going to be on Virgin Cruise Lines. It's a 4-day cruise. It's leaving out of Miami. It's going to Key West and Bimini, Bahamas. And that is in May. The video that I have linked, the The link I have up there is for the video he did today that gives you all the information. I personally, I don't have anything more than that. I mean, I can call James and talk to him, but I've never done a Virgin Cruise and I don't have anything more than that. So in that video, he gives you all the information you need, but he also gives you how you can contact him and ask him directly for any questions or anything that you might have. What I will say though, one thing I do know about Virgin Cruises is that when you book it, you have to pay 20% of the total price. So it's not like Royal Caribbean or Carnival where it's just a flat amount of $200 or whatever. You're paying 20% of your room. I think, is it powerful? Is it 20% of the room or 20% of your, like if you have a roommate, just 20% of your half? Powerful said the prices are fabulous. So the prices are different. Okay, thank you, Don. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna do that right now. Are the prices different than what we saw on the website the other day? You said the prices are fabulous. So the prices are different. Did you call them? And I can hit you up behind the scenes, but did you call them or something and it was a different price? Okay, I'll wait for her to answer. She's in here. This damn fly, I don't know why it ain't died yet. It's getting on my nerves. I go to Detroit Easter Market almost every Saturday. I load up on cherries and veggies. Girl, we might have seen you. Did you see me and my niece? You probably got there early, child. We didn't get there early. We were definitely taking our time. We were in no rush. Okay, we were in no rush. So you probably already had been in gone, child. Because I think the market opens up at like 6 in the morning, and we weren't doing that. Yeah, I think when I looked at the room, I think the deposit would have been like 3 something. Yeah. Miss Baything says she going on a Virgin Cruise the month before. Sounds like fun. Yes. I've always wanted to do a Virgin Cruise. No, I looked at the rooms at the prices. They were reasonable. Okay, got you. Powerful. Got you. Okay. So that's what that is. Also, last of the church announcements, and I know we've been talking for a minute. Chef Don Don is doing a tour once again. Chef Don Don is doing a tour. Okay. TCDD Productions is announcing, and I'm gonna put the link. Don Don, you a mod? Put the link in the chat, child. He'll be doing Chicago, October the 18th, Washington D.C., October the 15th through the 26th. He's doing a 2-day event here in D.C., honey. Atlanta, Georgia is November the 7th through the 9th. He is doing a 3-day event, honey. And Dallas, Texas is December the 7th. All of the tickets are available if you go to their website, www.tcddproductions.com. Productionswithaz.com. Get you a Zevo flying insect trap. It works. Okay. Child, this fly is getting on my nerves. Okay. All right. And Don Don is going to put the link in the chat. So if you are in those cities, Chicago, Detroit, Lord, Detroit is on my mind. Chicago, DC, Atlanta, or Texas, or Dallas, Texas, and you're interested, by all means. And if you have questions, reach out to Don Don. You can slide in his DMs over on Instagram if you have more questions or anything. Don Don, I might have an idea for Atlanta. I'm going to call you. I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to, but I have an idea about something in Atlanta. And here in DC, yeah, we could talk. Okay. There's the link. If you have apple cider vinegar and honey, put it in a glass and it will draw the fly to it. Is it going to drown the fly? Is it going to drown the fly? That's what I wanted to know. Okay. I'll be with you in Kentucky, then Chef Don Don in Chicago. Look at you, Crystal. Moving and shaking. Yes, moving and shaking. Okay. Oh, it's going to drown the fly. Okay, good. All right, y'all. It's time for us to get ready to get into the things of the things. So y'all know what that means. That means it's time.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
doors. It's time to close the doors. Okay, let's get ready to get into the things of the things. Now, listen. I'm gonna go through these small stories, and then we got some big ones to get to. So let's talk about it, okay? Rumor. This is a rumor alert. Rumor alert. Let me put my rumor alert up, child. Rumor alert. My rumor alert. Word on the curb is that Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande have been approached about performing at this year's Super Bowl. Apple Music wants this to be their biggest show ever, and it says that they may be giving both ladies 10 minutes each to perform. Now, listen, this may not be true. This may be a fake story, because that don't even make sense to me. Ariana Grande and Miley Cyrus, you're gonna get them 10 minutes each? To do what? Like, what you doing in 10 minutes? It took Ursha that... No, it didn't. I'm exaggerating, but I was gonna say it took Ursha that much time to skate around the arena. I don't think that's feasible. I do feel like they think they have to top last year and the year before that and the year before that. Obviously, every year they want it to be bigger than the year before. Ursha was a big year. Who did it last year? Damn, I forgot that fast. Who did the Kendrick Lamar. How did I forget Kendrick Lamar? Of course, Dr. Dre's was a really great halftime show. So yeah, I don't know. Now, for me personally, I can't even name you a song that I do know some of Miley Cyrus's music. I don't know none of Ariana Grande's music. I know who she is. I know she's a big pop star. Of course, Wicked is a big thing, but J-Lo, yeah, they did. J-Lo and Shakira did do a joint show. So, I mean, it can happen. I remember when Bruno Mars did a show and he had Beyonce and no, it wasn't Bruno Mars. Was it Coldplay? And they brought out Bruno Mars and Beyonce and all these other people. So it can happen. It can happen. I never heard Thank You Next. That's Ariana Grande? Then yeah, I have. Okay. But I didn't know that was her. I've heard the song, but I don't know her. I know Break Up With Your Girlfriend. See, I don't even know that song. I have heard Thank You Next, but I don't. And I've probably heard some of her other music and just didn't know it was her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ariana definitely. I mean, of course, I know her from Wicked. She definitely can sing, and I like Miley Cyrus, especially now that she seems to have matured a little bit. You know what I mean? She's not always trying to, find. She's not trying to like shock people and do crazy stuff. She's sort of calmed down. And I do like some of Miley Cyrus's music. So we'll see. Like I said, that's a rumor, child. We don't know. It's that time of year where all the rumors are floating around about who they want to perform at the halftime show and all of that. So we'll see. She has a song with The Weeknd. Didn't she use a date The Weeknd? On the road, just stopping to say hey and drop a like. Well, thank you, boo. You be safe. Here's another rumor alert. Child, we got a lot of rumors today, child. Rumor alert. Traders Australia is being rebooted with a new host and a celebrity cast. I don't like the celebrity cast, y'all. I do, but I don't. I do enjoy the celebrity cast, but I like when it was regular people too. I don't know. They always want to bring celebrities. I feel like celebrities ruin shows like that. I've said this before. When they did Marriage Boot Camp, once they started bringing celebrities on, it ruined it. Because when it was regular married couples, these were real married couples going through real married couple stuff. They may have been exaggerating for the purpose of television, but I don't think they were straight up lying. Then we got to the point where these celebrities were coming on and they were straight up lying. These people weren't even dating. They were just coming on the show to do television and get a check. Remember Phaedra and her fake boyfriend? Miss Chalet and her fake boyfriend. I mean, right, sure. I like the regular people. Right. Celebrities are always looking for a moment they put on the show. Are they gonna ask Lil Wayne to get child? I think that ship has sailed. I think the Lil Wayne ship has sailed. Okay. The film Italiana will follow a free-spirited chef being played by Halle Berry and a reserved British lawyer being played by Regine Page, the guy from Bridgerton, who embark on a whirlwind romance during a destination wedding in coastal Italy. I believe this is the movie she had to get permission from the judge to take the son out of the country so she could go film it. Remember, she was going to be in Italy for 6 weeks to film a movie. I think this might have been the movie. I'm looking forward to it. It looks like it's going to be a cute little rom-com. I'm here for a black-led cast of a rom-com. It's been a while since we've seen one. I mean, and maybe it hasn't. Maybe it's just been a while since I remember one. Okay, it may not have been one. Maybe it's just me. But I'm here for it. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Trading Spouses was good too until they started doing celebrities. Yeah, I used to love Trading Spouses. Now that was some child. Oh, that was interesting. And those producers knew they were messy. They knew they were messy. Not Chuck say they better get naked. Brooke Hogan said, no, thank you. Brooke Hogan said, no, thank you. Allegedly, Brooke Hogan asked that she be removed from Hulk Hogan's will before he died. She said, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want to be a part of it. Whatever money you was gonna leave me, I'm good. You could keep it. I don't want no parts of that. Brooke Hogan has been very public about. Right, she said, "Thank you." Next, right. Brooke Hogan has been very public about separating from her family, from both her mother and her father. She accused both of them of being very heinous and doing some very heinous things to her. And she has definitely, she has separated. Now, this is, again, this is what the people are saying, that she removed herself prior to his passing, that she didn't want to be caught in a financial battle. She didn't want to have anything to do with settling his estate. Now, I don't think Hulk Hogan is currently married. I know he remarried, or at least I think he remarried at some point after he divorced Brooke's mom. But I do not think he was currently married when he passed away. So all he has are his 2 kids, her and the son. So I guess it's going to all fall to the son unless he has a will that supersedes next to kin, Did you see Sharon Kelly and Jack at Ozzy's Birmingham, England Memorial? Where was the oldest daughter? Y'all know the oldest daughter never really did mess with them like that. She even when they did the reality show, you very, very, very seldom saw her. I don't know if she was there and she didn't want to be photographed, so she didn't walk. Because I did see the pictures. She may have went straight to the church. She may not have been there. Maybe I really don't follow them like that. Once the show stopped, and I never really watched the show regularly, but I do remember when they had the show, she was not, you might have seen her in 2 or 3 episodes very quickly. She didn't participate, so the oldest girl was there. She was with them. Cheryl said she was there. I just think she was there, but because people don't know who she is, I think she just didn't get photo. I don't believe she wasn't there. Okay, Yana says she was there. Yana says she was there. She was standing beside Sharon. Yeah. I only saw 1 or 2 pictures. So, yeah. Yeah. So she was there. She was there. But again, she never really wanted to be in the limelight or anything like that. And news that we don't give a damn about. Where's Abby? Child, let me put Abby up on the screen before I tell y'all this. And I might need you on this one, Don. I think I might need your help on this one because I need to make sure I remember something that I thought I remembered. And we don't care news. Mia Thornton pops out with a new boo, Bobby Valentino. Now, not only is that in We Don't Care news, I got a question. Wasn't it Bobby Valentino that allegedly got caught procuring the services of a trans woman? And there's nothing wrong with procuring services from a trans woman. So I don't want nobody to, but I'm just questioning, ain't that the last time we saw Bobby Valentino? Okay, I'm not crazy. Okay. Jay Walsh said, I already knew we were going. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. I want y'all to understand. I just want to make sure that's what I remember, what I thought I remembered. Now, listen. Mia came down to this good internet earlier in the week, and I ain't even tell y'all about it because you know why? Because, again, who cares? But she came down to this good internet. I think I might even deleted it, child. Do I still have the screen? No, I don't. So she posted this down on her social media. Now I'm gonna read y'all what it says. Now she posted this, and this is actually a pretty good picture of me. I mean, I'm sure it's filtered out, and that's a full face of professionally done makeup. But that's actually me actually looks pretty good in that picture. I ain't gonna lie. But let me read y'all what it says. It says, G and I are not back together. We do see each other every day and are deeply involved with raising our children together. So grateful. Yes, I'm single, not by choice. Ink decided he didn't want to wait any longer to take our relationship to the next step, and I'm not ready. I'm not in a position to enter another marriage right now. I've been married combined in both marriages for 15 years. I think it's fair to date and spend time with me. Although, please note, I was deeply in love with him, but actions following the separation are placing a deep wound that may not be repaired on both sides. Keeping it real. Work-life balance. Currently, I'm a proud investor and owner of 5 The Joint chiropractic clinics in Maryland and DC. Building out two properties for the Talks in Atlanta. Founder and CEO of the House of the picture cut off. That's why I keep saying something. And the Messy Mia Method, luxury home organization launching soon. So blessed. The glow you see, it is what happens when you let go of people and situations that no longer serve you. Surrounding yourself with people with high vibrations and exude confidence. Most importantly, spend time practicing gratitude and truly putting in the self-work and energy into spaces that fuel your soul. And then 2 days later, you post yourself out on the boat with this man. And again, I don't care if Bobby Valentino is bi, pansexual, or none of that. I was just asking for clarification because I thought that was the last time we saw him. Ain't nobody seen him since that day. I was just wondering where he was. She did write a dissertation. Now, I have a question. If you see G every day, does that mean he moved to Atlanta? Because last we saw you said you was officially in Atlanta. But if you have 5 properties up here in the Maryland, DC area, did you move back? Now, at the end of the day, I don't care. Elizabeth said Bobby never went back and got his shoes. She said Bobby never went back and get his shoes. The reality of the situation is, if this had been 5 years ago, I would tell y'all it's no way in hell that Bravo would bring Mia back after her walking off of the reunion, yada yada yada. But the reality is, y'all, things have changed. Bravo has had to adjust and change their rules, their policies based on the needs. Okay, baby, they need these people on this reality show because the pickings is slim. Are the people willing to do the shows and the people that are going to bring the energy that they want. Okay. So I ain't going to say what won't never happen anymore. I'm out of the game of saying never. I am. Because I be saying never and then stuff be changing. I ain't going to say never no more. Now I did see, I didn't screenshot it. Somebody down to the internet added Nene Leakes and said, you need to call up the Real Housewives of Atlanta producers and let them know you're ready to show up for work. I'm paraphrasing because I don't have a screenshot in front of me. And baby Nene responded and said, I already did. Now she was holding his shoes as collateral. Well, he must not have needed them shoes, honey. According to Google, Chrisette for divorce in 2022. Y'all talking about something else in the chat. Somebody told me stay out the chat because y'all be having y'all own conversation and I be in y'all business too much. So I'm gonna just let y'all, whatever y'all talking about, I'm gonna just let y'all talk about it. Now, according to the news, Giselle Bryant and Dr. Wendy Osefo will have an upcoming cameo in Beyond the Gates. We know that Kern made a cameo appearance in the first episode of Beyond the Gates, or at least that first week. And so they're set to make a cameo. Listen, y'all, don't expect it to be more than what we saw Karen do. They're gonna probably have a conversation with one of the women on the show. You know what I mean? Like, don't expect it to be nothing deep, but it will be cute. It'll be cute to see them on there, and I'm appreciate it. Okay, moving right along. Don't expect it to be no long drawn out situation. Okay. Now, when I saw this, y'all, I really thought this was a joke, but I keep seeing it, so it must be true. Former astronomer CEO reportedly wants to sue Coldplay over concert affair leak, citing emotional distress, and breach of privacy. He said he lost his family, he lost his job. I just don't think this is true. And the reason why I say I don't think this is true is because it's so ridiculous. Now, we've seen people sue for less. And we've even seen people sue for less and win. Okay? Remember that guy that sued the dry cleaners because they lost his pants and he won like a good little piece of change, like a couple of $1,000s over some $20 khakis that he probably got from Marshalls. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen people sue for less. But sir, let me start from the beginning and work my way back in this situation. There were a lot of bad decisions made that night. Okay? A lot of bad decisions made that night. But Coldplay putting y'all on the kissing cam was not one of them. Okay? Coldplay seeing a booed up couple as they were scanning the arena, putting y'all up on camera, booed up, was not one of the bad decisions that was made. Let's go through the list of bad decisions, okay? We don't need to state the obvious, but let's just start at the obvious. You cheating on your wife, bad decision, okay? Let's just start there. You cheating on your wife with a coworker, bad decision. That's bad decision number 2. Put number 2 in the chat. We got number 1, we got number 2. Bad decision number 3 was cheating on your wife with a coworker that's the head of HR. I mean, if that's not the epitome of a violation. I don't know what else is. So that's 1, 2, 3. We're on number 3. Okay. Bad decision number 4 was, let's go out on a public date. Now, I know that people do it all the time. I know that people who are having affairs, they tempt fate and they go out all the time thinking they're going to go somewhere where somebody not going to see them. Sometimes they go to a quiet restaurant. Sometimes they get a little corner table. Maybe they meet up in the movies and they come in separately and they sit in the movie and they hold hands under the, in the dark. Maybe they'll meet at a little jazz club and sit at the same table and enjoy it, pretend like they enjoying the music. Like, we know that people who are having affairs go on public dates, right? So that was number 4. Okay. Maybe people say, listen, let's go on vacation. You go, I'm go. The reality is y'all work together. Y'all could have went out of town all the time and just made up a work trip. You the fucking CEO. You could have said, listen, we're going to do some recruiting down to Miami for the weekend. Tell your husband, I need you there as the head of HR. And we're going to go down to Miami for the weekend. Like, there were a lot of ways you could have done this shit. Okay. So having a public date, that was mistake number 4. Or bad decision number 4. Bad decision number 5 was, y'all went to a concert in an arena full of thousands of people that might know you or your wife or her husband. The biggest bad decision, what are we on, number 6? The biggest bad decision that you made that night was acting like y'all were supposed to be there and that y'all were a real couple. See, the mistake wasn't the biggest part of that night. The worst part of that mistake was your ass was sitting up there booed up like y'all was the only 2 people in that stadium. Like Coldplay was giving y'all a private performance. Like there was no chance in hell that anybody was going to see y'all booed up. Y'all wasn't even just standing next to each other, vibing to the music. You like this song? I do like this song. Hey, how you doing? You heard this song before? This one of your favorites? Oh yeah, okay. Y'all didn't pretend like y'all didn't know each other. Y'all didn't even stand next to each other like, oh, we co-workers. I know, her husband couldn't go. He bought these tickets. She trying to get a raise. So she invited her boss. She only had one extra ticket. Y'all not even standing there like y'all co-workers, okay? Y'all was standing there like y'all was a married couple and y'all was supposed to be there together. So when we start listing out the bad decisions that were made that night, none of the bad decisions belong to Coldplay, sir. None of them. Not nail one. And let me be honest with y'all. The 7th, I think I'm on number 7. The 7th bad decision that you made was acting guilty. See, had they scanned that arena and y'all had just done they would have went on to the next couple and would nobody had thought nothing of it. The reason why the video went viral is because y'all acted guilty. Y'all acted guilty. See, if y'all had just stood there swaying, and when the kiss cam came through, he would have went on to the next person. When that lady when she made that face and went, oh shit, and she turned around and hid her face, and then he was like, oh damn. You saw the look on his face. He said, oh damn. That is what made it go viral. Wasn't nobody paying y'all no attention in that damn arena. It probably was some people that knew you, but it wouldn't have went viral. They would have, because if it was me and I'd have saw it on the Jumbotron and I'd have said, oh, wait a minute, that looked like Tyrone. Oh, but that ain't Lakeisha. I don't know who that hoe is, but that is not Lakeisha. I'd have had my phone. And I'd have been sent the video. Don't know if you know where Tyrone is, but this looked like him right here. Send. Wouldn't nobody have known but me, you, and them. You made it go viral, sir. I'm no legal eagle, but I'm positive that you step out in public, all action, combos, etc. are now public property. There's no privacy in public play. Let me tell you something. I bet you right now, if y'all go on Ticketmaster, SeatGeek, There was a video circulating on am I a snitch? Yeah. If that's my girl, I'm a snitch. If me and Lakeisha friends, yeah, I'm a snitch. I sure am. Why am I breaking up Tyrone and Lakeisha unhappy home? It's Tyrone's twin. Listen, like I said, I'ma just say you heard what I said. I said he looked like Tyrone. Send. He looked like him. I ain't say it was him. I just said he looked like Tyrone. That remind me not to be around you. Listen. If you tell me what the situation is. Now, if I know Tyrone, I'm going to be like, Tyrone, is this you? Send. Then I got to wait and see what his response is. Tyrone, is this you? Send. But yeah, I mean, that's why I said I don't even think that's true. But I keep seeing it. So I said, well, I'll go ahead and let the people know that's what the people said, child. That's what they said. Procter & Gamble has made an announcement that they will be raising their prices 25% on all U.S. products as a result of the tariffs starting in August. Now, listen, I told y'all about 2 months ago, I went down to the Costco. I remember I had my mama Costco card. And I went down to the Costco and I loaded up on paper products. And I got laundry detergent and toilet paper and paper towels and those types of things, water. And because I said these tariffs are coming and the prices are going to go up. And there's also going to be people hoarding, just like during the Panorama, you know. And I'm probably going to go back to Costco next week and and do another round. Even though right now I don't need none of that because, I mean, of course, I had plenty. But I think I'm going to go to next week and do another round. Okay. Shoot, I'll be honest with you. I may even, since I got time, I may even drive up to Delaware where there's no income any state tax and go to Costco up there and be even cheaper. So just letting y'all know, honey, get it in. Y'all better go on and get y'all stuff. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. Most paper products are made domestic. Well, Procter & Gamble said, I'm just telling you what Procter & Gamble. So find the domestic ones then. Find the domestic ones. This reminds me of the story time about your roommate dating your male friend that was dating a bunch of ladies and you were in the middle. Crab cakes and lobster tails. Girl, I told y'all that story. I don't even remember what I be telling y'all. I mean, the story is true, but I don't even remember what I do remember I told y'all that story, though. Not the terrorists having y'all buying one ply. Child. The first trailer for Eyes of Wakanda has been released. The anthology series follows warriors throughout Wakandan history, tasked with traveling the world to retrieve vibranium artifacts. It'll be released this Friday on Disney Plus. I'm going to check it out. And it's from executive producer Ryan Coogler. I'm definitely going to check it out. Okay. I already have Disney Plus. I might as well make sure I use it to the best of my ability. Okay. Prayers to Hawaii. They were under a tsunami warning on yesterday. Baby, when I tell you on my TikTok, I was scanning and it seemed like every other live was people in Hawaii filming the shoreline. I don't be understanding, y'all. What the fuck? I'm sorry, what? I feel like when there's a tsunami warning, if you can still see the water, you too close. And I was not interested in watching your TikTok live until the water. If you can still see the water, I feel like you too close. People got stranded in Hawaii because cruise ships had to leave early. You know, they usually tell you have until whatever, if this cruise is supposed to leave at 3 o'clock, but because of the tsunami warning, baby, they had to leave early. And so I feel sorry for the people who got stranded. Unfortunately, I mean, listen, I remember we were on a cruise years ago. This was maybe, if my cousin is still here, he know we were on the cruise together. If he's still in the chat. Was this the cruise you were on, Nay? My niece might have been on this cruise too. I think this might be the cruise my niece was on too. There was a hurricane coming. We were in Jamaica. My niece was there because we were going up Dunn's River Falls. Were you there, Nay? Was that the cruise you went on? We went up Dunn's River Falls. Is that Jamaica? Yeah, that's Jamaica. We were going up Dunn's River Fall. And I never forget, we were the last ones coming up that damn river, that fall. There was nobody behind us because they literally had closed it. Like, they were like, whoever's in here, we're going to let them finish walking up to the top, and that's a wrap. I remember we got to the top of Dunn's River, and we were going to, you know, they were like, the hurricane is coming. Like, there's a hurricane warning, the hurricane's coming. And I remember, baby, them streets were starting to get deserted. And we wanted to do some shopping. Like, we had just went straight to Dunn's River. We hadn't done no walking around or nothing like that. Baby, we were walking. So we was like, we need to get back on the ship. Let's go ahead and make our way back to the ship. Because we started noticing, you know, businesses were closing up and stuff like that. I said, oh, we need to get back to the ship. That wasn't you, Nate? Okay, that wasn't the cruise Nate was on. I said, we need to get back to the ship. Oh, that was the one your father was on with us. Because you weren't on the same one that your mom and dad went on. That was two different. Okay. This is the one your mom and dad was with us. Okay. Baby. We got to walking back to that ship. And I never forget, we stopped in one of them little, you know, one of them little spots. And they were making announcements that the school had closed. That they were closing schools. I looked at my people. I said, we need to get back on the ship. They didn't close schools. This is an island. That's like them closing schools for snow in Detroit. If they closing schools for snow in Detroit, that means it's a damn blizzard coming, okay? This not just a regular snowstorm. This is a blizzard. I said, if they're closing schools, we need to get our ass back on that ship. And I remember we got back on the ship, and they were saying, listen, do you know anybody that's on? Tell them to come on. Like, they were saying, hey, do you have any? Is this it? Is this everybody that's in your party? If there's anybody that's in your party that's not here, call them now. Tell them to come on, you know, because there was really no way for them to make an announcement, right? And back then, we had our cell phones, but you would be roaming. Like, you would, but they were like, if you can call them, please contact them, tell them to come on. Now, they still left when they were supposed. They didn't leave they didn't leave early, but I'm sure if they had been able to get everybody, as soon as they were able to get everybody back on that ship, I'm sure they were ready to go. But I remember that they were like, let's go. Like, and there were people walking around, like people who worked on the cruise, walking around saying, hey, can y'all start heading back? You know, we're trying to get everybody back on the ship as fast as possible. They weren't panicking anybody, but they were just being real casual, like, hey, y'all heading back? Okay, can y'all start heading back? You know, I said, yeah, they trying to get our asses on this ship. Okay, they trying to get our asses on this ship. It's funny that you're talking about this because I'm listening to you while watching a documentary about the stranded Carnival cruise on Netflix while planning to take my first cruise. Don't look at that kind of stuff, Ray. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's like looking at a bunch of movies on plane crashes before you get on your first flight. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Mm-hmm. But I want to tell me, I'm excited for you, Ray. I'm excited for you. Now, hold on. I want to read this whole thing because this is peculiar to me. And then we're going to talk about Shannon Sharpe and then Gilbert Arenas, and then we're going to get out of here, child. Hold on. The Jasmine brand. Okay, sorry about that. I'm trying to find what I'm looking for, and I keep getting sidetracked, y'all. Okay. Why I can't find what I'm looking for? Never mind. Never mind. All right, baby, Shannon Sharpe got fired. Now we know that when this lawsuit dropped, with Shannon Sharpe's ex, whatever she was, boo thing, concubine, mistress, sex slave, I don't know whatever her title was, okay? But when allegedly, when the allegations dropped and she filed this $50 million lawsuit, ESPN put him on temporary leave. Now I tell y'all all the time, I have absolutely no problem coming down here and telling y'all when I'm wrong. I told y'all then that they were probably trying to let the smoke clear and he'd be back by football season. And that's what I had said. And I believed it. And after 2 weeks ago, when that lawsuit was settled, I said, oh, right, just in time for football season. I told y'all, we had the conversation. I told y'all, just in time for football season. Y'all, they done fired that man. Now, ESPN, now some people said from the beginning they was going to fire him because ESPN, you know, we know it's a Disney company, ESPN, and they have fired people for less, right? We know that. But we also know they have kept people that have done more, okay? We're going to call a thing a thing. Let's call a thing a thing, okay? I feel like, and I don't know none of this to be a fact. I know none of this to be a fact. I honestly think that Shannon Sharpe was his own worst enemy in this situation. I honestly think, well, number one, he has another lawsuit. Absolutely. But I honestly think that he was his own worst enemy in this situation. I don't know if it would have saved his job. I don't. But I honestly think, like I said earlier, when I was talking about Porsha and Simon, when I did the video I did earlier today, you hire attorneys to do a job. Let them do their job. Now, in Shannon Sharpe's case, his attorney was talking just as much as he was, and I didn't like the way his attorney handled it either. But you coming down here litigating in the media and making it seem like this girl was just trying to just get money up off of you and, you know, that kind of stuff. I honestly am surprised that ESPN fired him, but I'm not surprised. That makes sense. Like, I get it. I understand why they fired him. I get it. I honestly just didn't think they were. I honestly didn't think they were, especially since it took him so long to do it. I mean, he's been on leave all this time, and I guess they were waiting for the settlement so that I guess he couldn't say, well, they didn't even give me, you know, ESPN got the terms of the settlement. Did we figure out who Michelle is? Michelle is some woman he was sleeping with. I mean, she's just another one of these women that he's sleeping with. I don't think she's anybody in particular. A fool and his money will soon part. Child. When Ocho was working and Shannon got asked, you know it's bad. Child. Listen, and let me tell you something. Today, because his videos don't get pushed the way they used to, right? And I think I might still be subscribed. No, did I unsubscribe from Club Shay Shay? I really don't remember, from being honest, y'all, so I don't want to tell a lie. But I know today I was scrolling YouTube and I came across his video. He interviewed his brother. You know, his brother is being inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame this weekend. And he interviewed his brother, and this was the perfect time to drop it because he's going to be inducted this weekend. So this was tomorrow. But this weekend, I think the Hall of Fame game is tomorrow night, Thursday night. And so this weekend, this is the weekend he's being inducted. And Normally, when he's doing these interviews, there's like anywhere from 20, I'll even say 15 to 50,000 people, depending on who he's interviewing. Anywhere from 15 to 50,000 people in the chat while the interview was playing. I went over there today. It was, like I said, it came up on my live, and I saw it today. It was 4,800 people in that live. That is a huge drop. Now, I don't know what his interviews have been doing lately because I honestly haven't watched one of his interviews in a long time. But I remember when he interviewed Monique, and I understand people can say, well, Monique is more popular, and we know Monique was going to say something crazy versus his brother, whatever. But remember, football fans, and that's a big part of his base, was here for this. Him interviewing his brother going into the NFL Hall of Fame, the weekend of the NFL game, Hall of Fame game. Like, this was a moment, right? 4,000 people. When he interviewed Monique, he had 20,000 strong because I was in there. When he interviewed Monique, I was in there. Okay. And it was a good between 15 to 20,000 people, the entire video of why he was interviewing Monique. The entire video. 4,000 for a channel that has over 1 million subscribers. And it wasn't the beginning. You know, it wasn't like, oh, well, the video just started. We need time to build it up. Did you see the Keisha Court interview with Carlos King? It was very interesting. No, I didn't. It's at 118,000 now. But I'm saying when it was live and when I went in there, when I saw it live, they only had 4,800 people in the chat. What I'm saying is there have been times when Shannon does an interview and it debuts, and within 8 hours, it's already at 200,000 or 300,000 views. That's what I'm saying. $118,000 views really ain't shit for a channel that has 1 million subscribers. Now, by the end of the week, is the number going to be higher? Are people going to go and find it? Great. But I'm talking about, I have been in his interviews when they are debuting. And I'm telling you, he used to average between 15 to 50,000 people in the chat while the interview was playing. For him to be at 4,000, that is low. Think about it. And this is no disrespect to any of the people I'm about to name. No disrespect. Y'all know I fucks with all these people I'm about to name. Mims averages more than 4,000 people in his chat when he goes live. Armand Wiggins averages more than 4,000 people in his chat when he goes live, right? And these are people that, yeah, they have over 100,000 subscribers, but they don't have 1 million. They don't have 1 million. And I know every interview ain't gonna be a hit. I get that. But I'm telling y'all, YouTube is not pushing his numbers. I mean, YouTube is not pushing his content like they were. They just aren't. I do not see his content. Miss B. Carter said, I disagree. What do you disagree with, boo? $4K numbers for a live premiere for Shannon Sharpe is low. It is. It absolutely is low. Absolutely is low. Especially considering the numbers that he's used to doing. I mean, we can take Cat Williams out of it because Cat Williams was an anomaly. You know what I mean? Like, Cat Williams was an anomaly. But when you look at his videos are averaging over 1 million views. And I know that one just dropped today. I know it just dropped today. But I'm just telling y'all. I watched in real time 10K plus for 5. Exactly. That he has 10K waiting in the chat before the video even gets started. Funky Dineva has 400,000 subscribers subs and pulls 9K in his lives. Yeah. I get my Nightcap notification, but Club Shay Shay, no. I don't, you know what? I get when Nightcap does those clips, when they clip the show, I've been getting some of those notifications, but I'm not getting notifications when they go live. I'm going to say this. Time, y'all know we live in a microwave society and people have short memories. I think he'll be okay by next football season as long as he stays out of trouble. He doesn't do anything controversial. He doesn't piss too many people off. He just does his football commentary. He keeps his head down and he grinds it out. Let's be clear, he's still making good ass money off of his YouTube platforms. We ain't gonna deny that. Over his 2 YouTube channels, he has over 1 million subscribers on both channels, and he's putting out constant content. His money's good. Like, let's be clear, he's good. But YouTube is the algorithm is definitely not pushing him like they were. Oh, he does do other things. I mean, YouTube is not his only. I mean, at the end of the day, first of all, he has his retirement. He's got his NFL retirement. He said he took care. He had a really nice portfolio. He invested his money. He didn't do ridiculous stuff. He had a good money manager. So I think even without all of these things, Shannon Sharpe would be living comfortable. Now, I ain't saying he'd be a multi-millionaire, but he'd be living very comfortable. And then you add in the fact that he has been working damn near since he retired, making a regular paycheck, right? He had his show with old boy Undisputed. What was the name of that show, child? Undisputed. And then he, started doing the YouTube thing. And he's it's not that he's not making money outside of this. I mean, let's be clear. All right? He ain't nowhere near broke. Okay. I'm just baffled that they want to make a sex tape and knowing that these things can get leaked in the wrong hands. Child, people make sex tapes all the time, child. Bobby Brown was the last really good interview, in my opinion. 1.6 million views. Shannon will be good. Absolutely, he will be. He'll be all right. Yeah, this other lawsuit, he wants this to go away as fast as possible. Like I said, if he keep his head down and he grind it out, I don't know if he'll get his job back at ESPN, but he could probably, get back into. And again, to be honest with you, if he can get back in the algorithm of YouTube, he's fine. Remember, he lost a brand deal allegedly. Again, for to put his podcast on a major platform. I think that'll come back around. Like I said, if he keeps his head down, gets through this football season, doesn't piss too many people off, I think it'll boomerang back around. Because again, people have short memories, and his demographic are people that aren't going to be mad about this. I mean, let's just call a thing a thing. His demographic are men, mostly middle-aged to older men who ain't mad at I mean, I hate to say it like that, but they ain't mad about this kind of shit. Exactly. It was an expensive lesson, but hopefully he learned one. Yep. All right, y'all. Let's get ready to get into this last story. Okay. Sorry. Something popped up and I was like, what? His Club Shay Shay live stream today with his brother had less than 10K live views. When I watched a little bit of it, a huge drop compared. Right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Jay Grizzly. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So listen, Gilbert Arenas, who once worked with, I think at one point in time, Shannon Sharpe was interested in doing a nightcap NBA version with Gilbert Arenas. I think they did it for like one season, but they didn't continue it. Not really sure why. Don't know if they just couldn't coordinate their calendars. Don't know if the chemistry just wasn't really there like he had with Ocho Cinco. But he definitely at one point played around with doing a NBA nightcap style show that he does with Ocho Cinco with Gilbert Arenas. Now, Gilbert Arenas has started his own YouTube channel that has become pretty successful at this point. And he's doing his own thing. And maybe he wanted to just do his own thing. Well, today, Gilbert Arenas was arrested along with some other people. Yeah, no chill Gil, honey. And we have the lawsuit thanks to Tracy. Shout out to Tracy. And let's read through it. Now, y'all know we're not going to read this whole lawsuit. This is the indictment. So we're going to read through. This is the grand jury. It's 24 pages. Y'all know we ain't about to read all 24 of these pages. So let's look at what it was. So grand jury charges, count one. Count one is object of the conspiracy I'm just going to read through this, you guys. Beginning no later than on or about September the 12th of 2021 and continuing through at least on or about July 20th of 2022 in Los Angeles County within the Central District of California. Defendants Gershwin, a.k.a. known as Gloria, a.k.a. Eugene, also known as Gloria, Evergini, a.k.a. Eugene, Alan Austria, a.k.a. Alicia, Yarman Cohen, a.k.a. YC, Arthur Katz, and Gilbert Arenas, a.k.a. Agent Zero, and Evergen Cratchen knowingly conspired with each other and with others known and unknown to the grand jury to operate an illegal gambling business in violation of Title 18 of U.S. Code. Here's the manner and means of the conspiracy. The object of the conspiracy was to be accomplished in substance as follows. Defendant Gilbert Arenas would rent out a residence located on Gable Drive in Encino, California, for the purpose of hosting illegal poker games. Defendant Katz would stage the Gable House to host illegal poker games at Gilbert Arenas' direction, and would find co-conspirators to host illegal poker games at the Gable House and collect rent from the co-conspirators on defendant Arenas' behalf. Defendants, those other people, because child, them names was a lot, and others are known and unknown to the grand jury, would manage illegal pot limit Omaha poker games, among other illegal gambling games at the Gable House. To profit from the illegal gambling operation, defendants would collect a take, that is, a fee the house of fakes, a rake. That is a fee the house would charge from each pot, either as a percentage or a fixed amount per hand. The defendants would invite players to the illegal poker game at the Gable House. Defendant Gershman would hire young women, here we go, who in exchange for tips would serve drinks, provide massages, and offer companionship to the players. See, here we go. And provide companionship to the players. The defendants would charge the women a tax, a percentage of their earnings from working the games. So you're not even paying them. You're only giving them tips. Then you want a percentage of the damn tips. The defendant Craction would work as a chip runner at the illegal poker games held at the Gable home, in which capacity he would track players' winnings and losses, distribute poker chips to players, and pay employees. On or about the following dates, in furtherance of the conspiracy and to accomplish its objective, defendants, all of the defendants, committed the following overt acts, among others, in the Central District of California. In 2021, defendants Arenas and Katz agreed to use the Gable House for illegal poker games. And they list all the different times that it happened. So they say on September the 12th of 2021, the defendant Katz texted Arenas to ask whether he was still planning on doing your own game To which Arenas replied, I might throw PLO games at my house, referring to hosting illegal poker games at the Gable House. October the 8th of 2021, Arenas texted defendant Katz that would he be available to host an illegal poker game, the amount of the rent that the defendant wanted to charge for hosting the poker game, and the number of games he planned on hosting at that house that week. October the 26th of 2021, while discussing staging the Gable House to host the illegal poker games, defendant Katz texted Arenas a picture of a poker table with the words "The Lion's Den" printed on top of the table. Here's a picture of the table right there, y'all. It's got Arenas' name on it. Child, he done put his logo on it. It says Arenas Poker Club. Arenas Poker Club. Sir, you put your moniker on this illegal activity. Maybe he thought by calling it a poker club, he was circumventing the legality of it. I don't know. See, here again is where I say, you have lawyers for a reason. Sir, call your lawyer and say, listen, I want to hold some poker parties. How can I do it and it not be illegal? And if your attorney says, listen, you can't do that in the state of California, well, what state can I do it in? Can I do it in Nevada? Can I do it in Arizona? And if your attorney says, sir, you can't do that, that's just illegal, then you can't do it legally, sir. Did you call your lawyer and ask him? On November the 10th of 2021, defendant Arenas texted Katz a picture of a gold-trimmed poker table with the words Arenas Poker Club printed on top of the table and the image of the basketball player with a jersey labeled Arenas. So basically what they're saying is, we know it was you, sir. There's no way that we don't know this is you. I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Because, sir, there is no way you can tell us that it's not you. Not only is it your name, but they got your likeness too, sir. On November the 23rd, defendant Arenas texted Katz on his financial advisor was asking for rent for the illegal poker games hosted. Never mind what I said about calling your lawyer, because your financial advisor is asking for rent. Notice they said for the illegal poker game. God darn it. On December the 13th, defendant Katz sent Arenas a text message stating that Arenas owed Katz $14,000 for tables and chairs as a startup expense for hosting the illegal poker games. On December the 23rd, defendant Arenas texted Katz and said he had it. I got your $14,000. December the 28th, defendant Arenas texted Katz that he wanted the rake from an illegal poker game that was hosted at the Gable House for Arenas' birthday to go to the mother of a deceased former lover. Say what? Go and send that illegal money to my girlfriend that passed away, mama. I'm going to take care of them. I'm holding the mama down with this illegal money I'm making. And the mama is somewhere going, how I get in this? The mama is somewhere trying to figure out, how did I get in this? Let's read a little bit more, honey. Let's read some more. On January the 31st, defendant Katz texted Arenas that defendant, we're just going to say it was Tarosky, was ready to host illegal poker games on Wednesday. So now you're setting up schedules. You got Monday, you have Tuesday, you have Wednesday, you have Thursday. February the 8th of 2022, defendant Katz texted defendant Arenas that he had spoken with the other defendant and that his partners were ready to start hosting the next Wednesday. February the 16th of 2022. Defendant Gershman sent various phone contacts and text advertising the illegal poker game at the Gable House that night. Here's the text. Tonight, new place. PLO starts at 8 o'clock. Food starts at 8 p.m. February the 16th, the other defendant, Tavarsky, I guess, sent defendant Cohen a text advertising the illegal poker game at the Gable House and asked him to send players to the game. You know some people that want to come over here and participate in this illegal gambling house I got? You know some people that want to come over and... On February 16th, they sent out the gate code. February the 17th, defendant texted Cohen a pay-o sheet showing the amount of the rake, the tax charge, and the expense incurred to host the illegal poker game and listed the illegal poker game's partner. If they say illegal poker game one more time, partners as YC, okay, all the other people, child. On February the 23rd, another text message was sent asking whether they were going to host their game at the Gable House that night. February the 23rd, they notified that the game was canceled, to which the defendant Katz replied, "What am I supposed to tell Gilbert, that you canceled the game 4 hours before?" And then he texted Gilbert and said he ain't having the game. On March the 7th, they texted Katz asking to move the illegal poker game from Wednesday to Tuesday nights. We got a conflict, a schedule. We got to move it around. Y'all get the gist of these text messages, child. Here they go recruiting staff. On February the 16th, defendant sent text messages to women inviting them in coded language to work the illegal poker game at the Gable House. On May the 24th, he sent text messages in coded language asking a woman whether she was open to engaging in prostitution. Prostitution. Let's keep reading, honey. Let's keep reading. On June the 28th, another message was sent in coded language asking a woman to work the poker game, explaining that he charged women 25 to 35% of their earnings from working. Damn, 35%? Damn. June the 21st, defendant sent a voice note telling defendant Cohen that he hired poker dealers at the illegal poker game at the table. July the 11th, he texted that he hired someone named Frankie the poker dealer. His name is just Frankie the poker dealer. Well, listen, you know Frankie the poker dealer? We got Frankie coming. What's his name? The poker dealer. Just first name Frankie, last name poker dealer. I cannot, y'all. I cannot. Oh, Lord. Okay. This defendant was a chip runner, so we got some text messages from him. Craction. He texted him, "Hi, where should I bring the money and when?" Then he texted him a sheet showing unpaid tips owed to the working women from the prior night's game. And then there's another text of a pay-o sheet And then there's another text about the pay sheet for the game the night before. Lord, these text messages about security for the game. So all of these text messages about them getting security. Okay. Y'all get the gist of these text messages. I'm not going to keep reading all these damn text messages. Okay. Defendant Arenas monitored the illegal gambling at the Gable house. So let's read a few of these. On February the 25th, Arenas sent defendant Katz a text message asking defendant how much rent had been collected as payment. March the 16th, he complained that players and girls come high and drunk already. So he complaining that the people don't have good work ethic. They're showing up already drunk and high. They're not getting high and drunk there. They're showing up already high and drunk. Okay? April the 17th, Arenas texted defendant, I have an idea that might bring in new players for you. I'm going to do a YouTube episode of me at the game, but blur out the players and the girls that don't want to be seen for my channel. Sir, did you not know this was illegal? You going to put it on your YouTube channel? Huh. You ain't know this was illegal? Huh. Okay. On April the 20th, Arenas sent a text message asking defendant whether he had anyone who could host an illegal game on Mondays. On May the 18th, he sent a message telling him he needed to find a new host for Wednesdays. On July the 8th, he demanded rent payments for the illegal poker games at the Gable house from Katz. Operation of an illegal poker game at the Gable house on July the 19th. Okay, we get the gist of it, child. Again, I'm not reading through every single one of these things. Okay, now that was count one. Child, that was all one count. Here go count two. Beginning no later than on or about February 2022 and continuing through at least on or about July 20th, the Los Angeles County, yada. Known and unknown. Okay. Each aiding and abetting the others conducted, financed, managed, supervised, directed, and owned an illegal gambling business in violation of California Penal Code. At least 5 persons who conducted, okay, financed, managed, supervised, okay. Period of access of 30 days, had a gross revenue of more than $2,000 a day. So they was making about an average of $2,000 a day profit. Count 3. The petition seeking the return of funds seized by Homeland Security investigation from the master bedroom of the residence located on Gable Drive. Defendant Arenas falsely stated that he was not involved in whatever was going on at the parties, referring to illegal gambling. So he said, listen, my name might be on the lease, but I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about what's happening at this house. In fact, though, defendant Arenas did know what was going on at the house. He knowingly provided gambling equipment, knowingly rented out the house to be used to host illegal poker games, and collected rent from the host for operating the games. Child, we got a fourth count. Object of the conspiracy, manner and means of the conspiracy. Oh, we got, hold on, let me scroll this back up. We got immigration issues. Hold on, let me see what this immigration situation is. Hold on. The object of conspiracy was to be carried out in substance as follows. Gershwin, a citizen of Israel and therefore an alien to the United States, would enter into a sham marriage with with one of the other defendants, a U.S. citizen, to Lord, I can't talk, to procure an adjustment of immigration status for defendant. So y'all, defendant Gershman will provide financial support to the other defendant in exchange for her participation in the sham marriage. Then they would file documents with the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services to demonstrate the validity of their sham marriage, including staged photographs of the wedding ceremony and photographs of defendants with friends and family. Child, they must have pulled that off them text messages too, child. They stumbled into that. They probably didn't even know you had that going on. They found that. Child, they found that. They didn't even know you had that going on. They must have I stumbled on this photograph. It kind of makes me laugh. Listen. Child. Oh, my. They submitted sworn immigration forms containing false statements in support of the immigration status for Gershman. They will make verbal and written false statements under penalty of perjury. Ooh. My. On April the 8th of 2022, defendant Gershman signed an application to register permanent residence or just status that contained the following false statements he knew were false at the time. The defendant resided at a residence on Glade Avenue in Woodland Hills, California since January the 5th of 2022. He had never been arrested, cited, charged, or detained for any reason by law enforcement, and that defendant did not intend to engage in illegal gambling. Well, clearly he lied about that. The defendant signed a petition saying that that she knew was false at the time, stating that the defendant Gershman resided with her at the residence on Glade Avenue. So they wasn't living together. He about to, y'all know where he about to go. They made false statements when they were interviewed by U.S. Customs. They knew were false at the time, including that they resided together since their wedding day, and they awoke at the same residence on the morning of their interview. So they have text messages saying, "What time are you picking me up?" which lets you know they weren't together. They entered into a marriage not intending to establish a life together and for the purposes of evading a provision of the immigration laws in the United States. Child, we up to count 6, honey. We almost at the end. Okay, this is more about the immigration. Them lying on the immigration statements, child. We know they, child. Count 7. They still talking about the immigration, child. They still lied on immigration. Forfeiture allegation. Pursuant to Rule 32.2 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, notice is hereby given that the United States of America will seek forfeiture as part of any sentence. So they saying we coming to get the money. All the money we think you made, we want it. We want it. So Gilbert and all of these other defendants, we coming. We coming for you. We coming for the money. And they said they were making $2,000 a day. Child. Y'all, this is so ridiculous. Now, I will say this. Wasn't that during COVID? (2021 through 2022), that was COVID, right? Maybe they were bored. I mean, maybe they didn't feel comfortable going to Vegas. I don't know. But that is what Gilbert Arenas was arrested for today. Looks like it's 6 counts in that indictment. I think it got up to 6 counts in that indictment. Right after COVID. Okay, that's right after COVID. Okay. Sir, get you a good lawyer and shut up. Get you a good lawyer and shut up. And I hope you didn't put it on your YouTube channel. Sir, that has got to be the dumbest shit that I have ever heard. Why would you put it on your YouTube channel, sir? What is wrong with you? Why would you put that? Why would you even think about putting it on your YouTube channel? The hell? Oh, Lord. Anyway, that is what we have today, you guys. I'm getting ready to watch The Real Housewives of Miami, and I guess we'll come down and talk about that in about an hour. Okay? Right, all that for $2,000 a day. You about to go to jail for $2,000 a day, which I know for a lot of us, $2,000 a day is pretty good. I got lost traveling the YouTube streets. We need a members live. Kim, I gave you did you write them directions down? I gave you the directions. I gave you the directions, Kim. All right, I'm gonna try to get y'all one though before Saturday, before the interview on Saturday. I'm stuck in the house tomorrow, so the water people are coming. I gotta put a new meter. My meters, they stopped being able to read my meter. So the water people will be here tomorrow. So I'm gonna be stuck in the house tomorrow. So I may do it tomorrow. I have to be up by 10 because my appointment is between 10 and 2. Y'all know how they do them appointments. So my appointment is between 10 and 2. So I need to be up and dressed by 10 o'clock. So maybe I'll do it in the morning. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. I don't watch The Gilded Age, but it's been recommended to me, but no, I don't currently watch it. See y'all in about an hour and 15.